Hey, welcome to Quick Story. My name is Jody Taylor. For each podcast episode, I am going to be sharing, you guessed it, a quick story that is 10 minutes or less. I hope that you get a laugh or insight or learn something new. I would just love for you to get something you need from each podcast episode. Okay, are you ready? Let's get into it. Hey, Editing Jody here. So, what you're about to listen to is actually a short and sweet podcast episode from my other podcast, Snacky Says Podcast, featuring me, Jody Taylor. In this episode, I am chatting about a course slash experience slash experiment that I signed up for and that I recommend. I'm really excited about it. You'll hear about it in a moment. But I thought that I would chat real quick about online courses. I love online courses, and I'm sort of a pro at it now of like signing up for courses. And so I thought I would share 3 tips for you. If you're like me and you find yourself always signing up for online courses, but maybe never completing them, or maybe never starting them, here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Number 1, can you afford it? If it's not in the budget, maybe let it slide. Sign up some other time. I get it. I often sign up for courses because they're on sale or they're launching and they're never going to be that cheap, air quote, again. But if it's not in the budget, it's not in the budget, especially if there's a good chance you're not going to finish it or start it. Number 2, is it useful to you now? Is it useful to you right now? Which leads us to number 3. Will you be implementing what you learn with alacrity? You're going to take this online course and then you're going to turn around and do something with it. Let me give you some examples. So I have taken Ken Solomon's Podcastify It course, online course, as well as her Marketplace Superstar course. So with both online courses, let's start with Podcastify It. I took the course and within a week, I did something with it. So I created a tiny podcast. This one, in fact, quick story, and I put it on a new to me platform, Bcast. I bought the course. I did something with it. I implemented, voila, I have a product, a digital product, a physical product, something. Same thing with her Marketplace Superstar course. With that course, same thing. I bought it, and within short order, within a week, and I'm picking on a week because both of these courses have live rounds every few months where you get it done. So I created my very first Udemy course, how to stick to a 100-day challenge that's up on Udemy, using this course that I bought from Ken Solomon. So again, 3 questions to ask yourself. Can you afford it? Is it useful to you now? And will you be implementing what you learned with alacrity? So some things to consider. All right, let's hop on into it. Hey, it's Jody Taylor of Snacky Says. Welcome back to my podcast, the Snacky Says podcast. Today I am chatting about Ruth Ridgeway. I'm talking about Ruth's $9 experimental thing. She calls it controversial. I think it's brilliant. If you check the show notes of our last podcast episode, Chill But Productive, I mentioned it in the show notes, but I did not mention it in the podcast. So I thought I'd do a separate short and sweet podcast episode just sharing Ruth's message. And let's hop on into it. So a few days ago, I got the message below. I'm about to read it from Ruth Ridgeway. I am one of her subscribers. I think I've subscribed to her newsletter now. It's been a few years. And I've mentioned her before in the Snacky Says newsletter and maybe on the podcast in terms of her offers that I purchased and use and recommend. So let me read the message. Well, actually, let me say this first. So you're going to see in the message she sent that it was very mysterious, but it also had no risk. So I bought it. Then I shared it with a few folks, and 4 of them saw the appeal and they purchased it too. You can access this course that I'm about to chat about by reading her message to her subscribers and Facebook followers. So this course is limited time. It's going to be $9. I bought it for $9. However, the price will increase to $49 when she officially launches soon. I'm recording this in May 2024, and I think by the end of the month, she's going to raise the price. If you are listening to this in the future, you should still check it out because I think it's worth your time and energy and effort. So this unique experience is tailored for those who enjoy peeking behind the curtains of creative entrepreneurs. If you've heard my voice before, you know I enjoy few things more than a behind the scenes peek. I love whether it's slice of life or what I'm eating, what I'm doing, how I'm running my business. I love a behind the scenes view because so often we only get the results. Look what I did. Ta-da! But you don't get to see the hours that went into it, the planning, the thinking, the stress. I love behind the scenes. Not that I love to see people stressed out, but I love a realistic portrayal and view. All right, so don't miss out on this opportunity to learn and replicate Ruth's strategies in your way. I hope to see you there. Me and a few of my folks have already joined, so we'll all be in it together. Cue singing. Okay, so this is the Ruth's recent email to her newsletter subscribers. Okay, so I just posted this in my Facebook group. It is the most random thing I've ever done, tried, experiment with, but as the people who have bought it so far are enjoying it, onwards with Ruth's Random Experiments We Go. That was a hashtag. Okay, controversial experiment incoming. Later this month, I'm going to be launching a new thing. Let me pause here and just remind you all that I'm reading Ruth's message. So this is picture it in Ruth's voice. Okay. So later this month, I'm going to be launching a new thing. I'm not going to say what that thing is, but when it launches, it'll be $49. However, and here's the controversial part, I'm going to invite you to grab it now if you want it for just $9. As soon as you grab it, you'll learn what it is and get access to the thing before everyone else. If you decide you don't want the thing, once you've seen it, you can ask for a full refund within 7 days. It'll cost you nothing. 3 things to know about this controversial experiment. If you generally like my things, you'll like this thing. Number 1, if you'd like to find ways to sell more courses or digital products, you'll like this thing. Number 2, if you'd like to find ways of creating more passive income, you'll like this thing. Number 3, if you like things that give you extra ideas, light bulb moments, you'll like this thing. So yeah, this is either my best idea, worst idea experiment ever. I'll let you know either way how it goes. But if you would like the thing, I'm launching later this month for $49. For just $9 now, based on the above, you can grab it here and you'll see it on the inside. So if you're looking at the show, okay, end. That's the end of Ruth's message. It's Jody back. Hi, I'm Jody. So, if you're looking at the show notes, what you'll see is bold, those highlights, those will be my affiliate links to Ruth's controversial $9 experiment. Of course, it won't cost you anything extra. You'll get Ruth's experiment just like I did, and I will get a commission. Again, won't cost you anything. And of course, the choice is always yours. You don't have to use my affiliate link. I still recommend this experiment. As a matter of fact, I shared this with folks before I even had an affiliate link because that's just how excited I was about it. I feel like this is something that I have been looking for without really knowing that I was looking for. And I know this is something that I'm going to replicate in my own way at some point. And as listeners, and hopefully Snacky Says subscribers, you'll be the first to know when I shoot my shot and do something like this. Okay, I also included in the show notes the original Facebook post that started it all. So she created this Facebook post in her group, and then she sent this message as well to her newsletter subscribers. So all very mysterious, and not that mysterious. All you have to do is click the link and you'll see what all the fuss is about. I hope you join us. I'm excited for this. I am so excited for this. So excited that I made a separate podcast episode all about it, a short and sweet one. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this podcast episode or any of my podcast episodes, please share with a friend or 3. And if you haven't already, please subscribe at jody.substack.com. That's joddie.substack.com. Thanks for listening. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Quick Story. Again, my name is Jody Taylor. You can find me at jody.substack.com. That's JODDIE.substack.com. Please consider subscribing to my newsletter. I send it out monthly, and I'd love to keep in touch. Thank you so much for listening. Again, that's JODDIE.substack.com. Thank you.